Be curious, not judgmental. I like that.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 small details you missed in Ted Lasso.
We'll give you a signal.
What signal?
Any specifics we need to look out for?
You'll know when you see it.
For this list, we're looking at in-jokes, references, instances of foreshadowing, and subtle character moments that likely snuck past your radar in this Apple TV Plus comedy. Did you lasso any small details? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Escape to Victory.
How long's it been since y'all won up at Everton?
60 years ago.
Jesus Christ. Wow, that is a heck of a long time. Okay.
At the whiteboard, Coach Beard etches out a strategy, writing the name Hatch under the opposing team's goalie position. If this name sounds familiar, that means you've probably seen the 1981 sports drama Escape to Victory, which centers on Allied POWs who compete against the German national team in a football match.
We scored a goal.
Oh, yeah. Who scored?
Terry scored a goal. Terry scored a goal. Fantastic. What's that going on? 4-1, but at least we scored a goal.
Sylvester Stallone led the picture as Captain Robert Hatch, who isn't the only name on Beard's board. Hayes, Brady, Harmer, Fillier, Ray, and Colby all refer to characters who are on Hatch's team. Beard also works in some of the German characters like von Steiner, who was played by Max von Sydow. There have been reports that a Victory remake is in development, and we think Beard at least deserves a cameo after this.
I'll be one of them.
Number 9, Everybody Knows Your Name.
I told you. Either you take down my photo or you start giving me free kebabs.
$7.50, mate.
Fair enough.
Ted Lasso contains several nods to the classic sitcom Cheers, although one in particular possesses a deeper meaning.
Howdy, y'all.
Ted!
What do you say to a cocktail, Coach Lasso?
Oh, same thing I'd say to Diane Sawyer if she ever asked me out on a date. Yes, please.
Any sports fans?
What'll it be, Norm?
Fame, fortune, fast women?
Yeah? How about a beer?
Even better.
At the Doner Kebab restaurant, a photo of Roy Kent can be seen hanging alongside an autographed picture of actor George Wendt, who played frequent Cheers patron Norm Peterson. Wendt's older sister is Catherine Sudeikis, who, as you might have guessed, is the mother of Ted Lasso himself, Jason Sudeikis. Long before SNL, Jason made one of his earliest TV appearances with his uncle on an episode of Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
Jay! Come on, relax. Can you find a regular knife so we can do the interview?
Oh, okay. Television's affable barfly Norm. I'll just sit down and shut up.
We guess this is Jason's way of returning the favor to Wendt, who appropriately signs his photo with the word Cheers.
Cheers.
Night court.
Number 8, Ted left-handed.
Because if they were curious, they would ask questions. You know? Questions like, have you played a lot of darts, Ted? Which I would have answered, yes, sir.
In one of Ted's most triumphant moments, he bests Rupert in a game of darts. Rupert initially underestimates Ted as a coach and dart player until he remembers that he's left-handed.
Let me know if I'm winning or losing, all right?
Oh, I forgot I had these on me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a second. I forgot I'm left-handed. Oh, it's gonna be a hoot.
Although it's the first time that Ted mentions he's a lefty, this detail was cleverly alluded to at the end of the previous episode. Struggling to come to grips with the end of his marriage, Ted finally brings himself to sign the divorce papers. The shot is carefully established to emphasize Ted picking up a pen with his left hand. So, anyone who noticed Ted playing poorly with his right hand surely caught on to his dart hustle.
Let's see what we got here. Hey, there it is.
Do you like darts, Ted?
Oh, they're okay. I'm more of a cornhole man myself. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. How about a game?
And in case you're wondering, yes, Sudeikis is a lefty in real life. Number 7, George Cartrick resurfaces.
Hey, Roy, try not to get too emotional, yeah?
We all remember the scene in the pilot episode where Rebecca fires AFC Richmond coach George Cartrick, played by Bill Fellows. Yet many fail to realize that this wasn't Cartrick's sole appearance. The character returns in Season 2 as a pundit on Gillette Soccer Saturday. In addition to Roy, Kartrick makes up a panel that includes real-life pundits Jeff Stelling and Chris Kamara. Those who recognize Kartrick from the pilot will have a better understanding of his harsh comments about Ted.
Under Ted Lasso, Richmond, well, they're like a woman behind the wheel, completely lost.
George, didn't you lose your license drink driving?
Kartrick's fellow pundits would also agree with Rebecca that he is a total sexist.
Your casual misogyny, for one. I know, it's a big word. Ask one of your daughters what it means.
By the way, remember Tommy, who briefly appeared in the pilot as well?
Legend. Can I get an Aussie?
You know, back where I'm from, we call those selfies.
Well, it's not myself, yeah? It's us, innit?
He's played by Bill Skinner. His mother is Claire Skinner, who played Dr. Rogers in the Christmas episode. Number 6, Jamie is himself. In the second episode, Ted asks Jamie a crucial question: lion or panda? Jamie doesn't see the relevance, wondering why he would want to be anything other than himself.
Coach, I'm me. Why would I want to be anything else?
I'm not sure you realize how psychologically healthy that actually is.
This sums up Jamie at the show's beginning, only caring about his personal goals. Throughout the series, Jamie matures into a genuine team player, but his self-assured nature is also stripped away to reveal a shadow of doubt.
There's been a mistake. I got me.
Oh, no, Jamie, that's not a mistake. We just figured you want to keep doing what you do best for us, playing striker and scoring goals, right?
The coaches come up with a signal to help Jamie accept what he is: a prick. The signal resurfaces during a locker room conversation, once again giving Jamie permission to be a little pricky when necessary. Growing while remaining true to his instincts, we've seen Jamie evolve into the best version of himself.
If we want this to work, you got to stop going to me and start playing through me. You get me?
Number 5, Marcus Mumford manifests.
All that anyone really knows about it is like, digga, 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 yeah, and then skip intro. And they're not really, that's it.
Going back to the kebab restaurant, Roy Kent and George Wendt aren't the only famous names adorning the walls. The musician in the photo next to Roy's is Marcus Mumford, who not only sings the Ted Lasso theme song, but also co-wrote it with Tom Howe. The Mumford & Sons lead singer first met Sudeikis while performing on SNL in 2012. Sudeikis went on to pop up in Mumford's Hopeless Wanderer music video the following year. While developing Ted Lasso, Sudeikis thought of Mumford for the theme song, which isn't restricted to the show's opening. In Season 1's penultimate episode, Danny Rojas belts out a certain tune in Spanish. He's singing the show's theme song, which immediately follows Rojas's rendition.
Y cuando todos dicen que no tienen tiempo para mostrarles más. Sí.
Number 4, Allen Iverson's practice rant.
Relax, Ted. It's just practice.
You don't have to be a sports fan to enjoy Ted Lasso, although you might miss a few references. Frustrated with Jamie, Ted delivers a passionate speech about practice.
We talking about practice. You understand me? Practice. Not a game. Not a game, not the game you go out there and die for, right? Play every weekend like it's your last, right? No, we talking about practice, man.
Ted gets his point across, but Allen Iverson of the Philadelphia 76ers deserves most of the credit. Coach Lasso's monologue borrows from a 2002 press conference where Iverson said the word practice over 20 times.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man.
This isn't the only quote from the sports world. When Sam speaks out against the Home Secretary, she coolly tells him to shut up and dribble. This mirrors a real-life instance where Fox News host Laura Ingraham told LeBron James to do the same after criticizing Donald Trump.
Oh, and LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
James showed his appreciation to Ted Lasso by wearing an AFC Richmond hoodie. Number 3, movie references.
Hello, Coach. I'm really glad you decided.
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at coach.
In addition to sports fans, Ted Lasso is just as much fun for movie buffs. The show's premise shares several parallels to Major League, which centers on a woman who acquires a baseball team she plans to sabotage.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that? Win the whole thing.
In the season 1 finale, Ted pays homage to the 1989 comedy by reciting one of Tom Berenger's quotes.
Then we come back to this league and we do something that no one believes we could ever do. Win the whole thing.
Echoing another 80s comedy, Sassy tells Ted that she's going to charge a large breakfast to his tab.
That's a pro move right there. Yeah. Hey, I'll be your Underhills anytime.
Ted compares himself to Mr. Underhill, who unknowingly picks up an expensive lunch order in Fletch. Rom-com lovers will also spot several deep-cut references, from Rebecca and Sam's You've Got Mail-esque usernames to more well-known scenes such as the cue card scene from Love Actually in the holiday episode.
It's carol singers.
Just give him a quid and tell him to bugger off.
Number 2, the Proust Effect.
How does this one look?
Why'd you bring me this one?
It's the best one.
Several characters reach a turning point in season 3 with a visit to Amsterdam. This pivotal trip has been hinted at since the season premiere, when Ted drops Henry off at the airport where a flight to Amsterdam is delayed. Upon arriving in Amsterdam, Higgins pays respects to Chet Baker, while Ted finds inspiration in Van Gogh, both of whom had their demons.
He was tortured by demons, but they didn't stop him from making beautiful music. He's what got me into jazz in the first place, you know.
He was just a humble preacher's son. And yes, he had his demons, but they never stopped him from searching for beauty.
Most notably, Rebecca proposes a toast by attempting to say cheers in Dutch. She struggles with the language, saying Proust instead of the proper translation, Prost.
Prost.
Proust. Proust.
In a later scene, though, Ted comes up with a new strategy after the smell of barbecue sauce triggers something inside his mind. There's a term for the phenomenon that Ted experiences, the Proust Effect.
You know, this right here is some of the best barbecue sauce in Kansas City, which makes it some of the best barbecue sauce in the world. Oh, yes! You got some kind of food or something that just teleports you right back home, make you feel all warm and fuzzy?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. There's no place like Kansas. Sudeikis' love for his hometown and its barbecue sauce is constantly in the background.
In Liverpool!
Like the Beatles. If you see John, Paul, George, or Ringo, will you take a picture, please?
Hey, you got it, big guy. Okay, hey, I better get a roll on here, all right?
Kathy, the old-school travel agent. Sudeikis' mother is a travel agent named Kathy.
How did you get actual printed tickets?
From my travel agent, Kathy. She's old school.
Higgins and hometowns. The actors hail from the same hometowns.
To you and all your families back in Lagos, Guadalajara, Groningen, Cordon, Montreal, Benin City, Harare, Kingston.
Yeah, man.
And Santa Cruz de la Sierra.
Handshake practice. Soon he'll be ready for a hand with more meat.
Sam! Hey, Samu! Excellent performance!
Pillow fight. After having a movie night in season 1, the team finally has their pillow fight.
Movie night or a pillow fight? What's it gonna be this time around? Come on. Movie night. Hey, all right. I tell you what, y'all say pillow fight one time, and we'll never watch another movie together again.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Ted's books for the team.
I mean, what even is A Wrinkle in Time?
It's a lovely novel. It's the story of a young girl's struggle with the burden of leadership as she journeys through space.
Yeah, that's it.
Am I supposed to be the little girl?
I like you to be.
Shortly after arriving at Richmond, Ted can already read all of his players. This is exemplified through the individual literary works that he gives each team member. This confuses the players at first, but those who take the time to read the books come to see reflections of themselves. A Wrinkle in Time mirrors Roy's struggle to step up as a leader both on and off the field.
What do you understand? That it has to be me. It can't be anyone else.
Jamie tosses aside his copy of The Beautiful and the Damned, which centers on a greedy socialite who lacks motivation and lives a shallow existence. Sam parallels the protagonist of Ender's Game, who possesses unique skills and must leave his home to unlock his full potential. Sometimes, you just need to read between the lines.
And that is because I believe in symbolic gestures.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.